these are, like I said, these are for the small group leaders that literally each and every week they pour into students. It's not just like I said, a day thing or a weekend thing. It's a week in, week out thing. They text them, they call them, they show up, they do all kinds of things in their lives. And so I'm with everything that's in me, I'm thankful to have them. So just tell them who you are and like where you're from, whatever. Like just tell them who you are. Yeah, I know where you're from. Where are you from? No, tell them who you are. That way they know.
So I'm Deanna. I've been coming to Northridge for almost 2 years now, and just recently started working with the middle school girls here at the West Market campus back at the end of December.
Come on.
I mean, if you want to know where I'm from, I grew up in Mountain City.
Ooh.
I guess if we're doing that.
Mountain City's real.
Hey everybody, I'm John.
Hello,
Thanks,
John.
guys. I work with the high school boys. Hey, there's my guys. Deanna's my sister. Just putting that out there. There seems to be a point of confusion in this church for a while. We've been coming here for about a year now, so we live in Kingsport. But yeah, I'm also from Mountain City, and I love it here.
Yeah, come on.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mackenzie. I'm with the high school girls. I've been coming to this church for quite a while, a very long time. Before this church was a church and it was a bowling alley. And I am actually from Florida.
Whoa. Come on.
Hey everyone, I am Ashlyn and I work with the middle school girls. Yeah! I get the wonderful opportunity to serve with a lot of people. So we have Jordan Carter, we have Deanna, we have Kayla that we all work together to make it so amazing. So just want to shout them out. What was the other question? I've been going here since 2020-ish, and I'm from Unicoi. Woo!
Unicoi County.
Yeah, woo! So, yeah.
Bring it on.
Unicoi people.
All right. So I'm going to ask you these questions, just kind of spitfire a little bit, think through these things. But what did following Jesus look like for you when you were in middle school and high school? What did that look like for you?
Well, since I'm going first, for me, middle school and high school, like I came to know Christ at 4, so I was really little, but I think being a Christian was more of a cultural thing for me. My dad was a layman pastor. My mom was a Sunday school teacher. It was just a part of my life. So in middle school and high school, it was just, I guess, the way I thought I needed to live. It wasn't until later that I came to really know who Christ was in my life as a relationship and not just as a culture.
Amen. All right. What you got, John?
So, like I said, Dee's my sister, and because she was doing it, it was cool. I got saved at the same time. I was 2 years old, and I was like, yeah, I'm down for this. I want to be saved. But I didn't get baptized till I was like 8, and I was like, because I was afraid of the water when I was little, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. My faith was also kind of my parents' thing. I was not really a rebellious kid because I didn't see a reason to break the rules because I had it made. I had free food, had a nice bed, got what I wanted for Christmas. Not a big deal. So I didn't really have a reason to fight the system. My faith started becoming my own mid-high school age. I started working at CBM Camp Tapawingo. I was working as a maintenance guy. Never did much counselor stuff, but I did a lot of weed eaters. And mopping floors. And that's how I learned what service meant. Things that are not exactly fun to do, but God calls us to them so that he can help other people. So that's part of my story for high school, middle school. Really, my life has started really turning around once I came here to Northridge and I made my faith my own. So I want to thank y'all for where I'm at in my life and getting me to the point where I can lead these kids and be of assistance in their faith walk.
Come on. We're going to pivot. We're gonna pivot. Hello. Okay. We're gonna go to the second question. So, Mackenzie, can you describe a moment when following Jesus cost you something, but it was totally worth it?
I'm going to be honest. If I had gotten these questions maybe before an hour ago, I would have had more time to think about it.
There's
to
always
really,
a thinker.
To really think about it. But off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything like that really sticks out to me because there hasn't been a lot of conflict with my faith in my real life. Like, not that it isn't present, that I'm not trying to put Christ out there for everyone. It's just it hasn't caused me any conflict, like lasting conflict that I can think about.
Awesome.
On the flip side, I can answer that question. So I would say I was in a really, what? It's okay, I got you. I was in a long-term relationship. So that long-term relationship, it came to the question of, what do I want to say this? Like either I get to follow Jesus or I'm not going to follow Jesus. And because of that, I ended the relationship. So that was something that, yeah, woo, yeah, yeah. And it led me to coming to Northridge and figuring out what community looked like. And really, in that moment, it felt like one of the hardest things because that's what I was comfortable with. But it led to one of the most life-changing things. So that's how it impacted me.
Awesome. Yeah, come on. So, thank you.
Led me to that one.
Let's go. So what's one thing you've learned? No, I did. I skipped it on purpose. What's one thing you've learned from leading students that has changed your own faith?
Just the importance of living in community.
Okay.
A place that is safe and vulnerable, because I did not have that as a kid. Even growing up in church, I didn't have a place that I felt like I could open up. And so I've learned the importance that as a small group leader, I have to be vulnerable so these girls can feel like can be vulnerable too.
Man, that's awesome.
So, as a Christian, we're called to share the gospel and to help disciple others. These guys have taught me to be a disciple. They have shown me where I'm falling short in how to spread the gospel. So before I started with the small group, I really struggled asking people questions about faith. These guys, they've really shown me how to step out and, get involved with other people, get involved in lives, and how to serve with my attentions, how to be intentional with people. So, yeah, these guys I've only been with them for about 6-7 weeks now, since January. I lost count. I lost count of how many weeks it's been. These guys, time flies. That's my excuse. It's not that I can't count. I swear.
He's an engineer.
Shh.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, these guys are continually teaching me how to connect. So, thank you guys. Where's Aiden? Where's Aiden?
Intention. I love what you
Right
said.
in front of me. I looked right over your hat.
He said intentionality. I think that's something that we can all glean from, right? Like everything that we do in life is intentionality. We like to say where we live, work, learn, and play. Everything that we do is how God leads us to do certain things, right? Like I'm not going to be at a place where Sal is, but he's able to witness where he works, right? And I might not be where some of the students are, but they go to a school where they can impact right where they are. So like intentionality, what is it? So my question, I guess, for all of us is what are we going to do that's intentional in our lives that's going to be Jesus where we live, work, learn, and play, exactly what the skit they were talking about. Because today is all about what does it look like to follow through. So go ahead. That's beautiful.
Okay, so one of the things that they really push push when you become a leader is that consistency is key. You have to be able to consistently show up for these students, always be there, 100% present. And it reflected in my faith because I realized that if I couldn't be consistent in my own faith, how could I consistently show up for these students? How could I lead them and teach them and give them a safe space to be able to ask their questions? And you can't do that if you're not constantly showing up and constantly proving that you believe in them and that you are there for them and that they have a place to go always.
Would you say that true love shows up? I don't know what that is, but true love shows up is what I've heard. Thank you.
So I would say the way that it has impacted my faith the most is that we have a bunch of students who ask really good questions, and I don't know the answers to all of those questions. So on that side of things, it encourages me to go and find those questions with them. Say, hey, I don't know that answer, but let's take until the next week, or maybe you text me in the middle of the week next week and we talk about it. Also with that is that it challenges me to ask myself why it's so important to me.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Man. So what I want to say is like for these guys, they are consistent. They show up. They love the Lord. By no means, I want to tell you this, by no means, and you can look to me as this, we're nobody up here on this stage is perfect. I think sometimes, especially when we come to church, we think, man, I got to have it all together before I can come to Jesus, right? Like in order for me to be that, you listen to they're like, well, my story is this. I might have just started, or I'm new to this, or here's the thing. There's lots of places where God can plug you into. And I think it's consistent. If you say I'm going to commit to something, show up, be that. But like none of us up here are the shining example of Jesus. I don't get it right all the time. But here's what I do know. The blood of Christ that was shed for you and for me covers a multitude of sins. That love changed all of our lives. And my prayer is that for you is that it's changed your life. That's why these people could spend a weekend with students after working all week, coming here on a Friday, and just giving it, running around, barely getting any sleep, highly caffeinated, but highly motivated people to do what they're doing. And I'm so very thankful for these guys and what they're doing. And I just want to say thank you, Northridge, like as a network. It's something special. It's to me. You've allowed us to be free and let people lead what God's called them to. Like I said, I don't even know of another church. Don't get me wrong. Maybe it's Springbrook or Irwin that can shoot a bow in the middle of service. Like, come on. Like, that's freedom, right? So, praise God. So, huh? Ooh. Oh. You may not make it. You can shoot it. Come on. So, they say shoot your shot. So, I did it. So, man, as we kind of wrap up here, Justin's going to come and give us just a quick blurb of some things that we kind of talked through this weekend. But I just want to personally thank every single small group leader. Thank you, students, for just spending time. And I also want to say thank you, parents, for encouraging and loving your students. I know it's not easy sometimes. Like, you drop them off on Friday, like, what's it about? I think I told multiple people, I'm like, you should probably go on a date. Just go on a date. It's totally fine. Like, you don't have your kids, just go be. I don't care where you go. And somebody told me, they were like, I got a date with a bag of mulch. I was like, what? That's real life. You know who you are. But I'm so thankful for this church, for this community, the way that they love us well and allow us to do the things that we do. And man, we had an incredible time this weekend. And I just want to give these guys a round of applause. Thank you for just being up here and doing what you're doing. So love you guys. You can go right ahead. Thanks.